Hi folks, John with the Wingman 115 channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. As usual, I'm out here in my backcountry playground doing some knife testing, and I thought I would share this video with you. Now, a friend of mine loaned me this blade. It is a Sniper Works design, and it's called the SOF Chopper. Now, I've never really had a chance to use a Bolo design blade, and you know how much I love unique profile blades. So I was giddy as a kid at Christmas when he said I could borrow this and put it through the works. Now, I had a chance to go camping a while back, so I got a little bit of time with this blade. As you can see, it got a little dirty, and I'm going to give you some thoughts on that. But first, we're going to do, as usual, a quick specs rundown. I'll get to doing some chopping and a little bit of camp tasks with this blade. Then I'll come back and give you some final thoughts. It's going to be a fun video, folks. Come along and join me. Let's start off doing a little bit of chopping, a little bit of feather sticking with this SOF Chopper. Now, with a name like Chopper, I'm sure that it's been designed to do a good job. Now, this is a piece of just dried oak. This stuff is just like almost like rock hardness. It's just crazy. So if I'm making tent stakes with this, let's use a piece of softwood and see how well this does on it. And that's just with little minimal effort right there. Just using that pendulum. And this handle's designed very well for that. See how there's a nice cutout where your index finger goes. So as I'm chopping, I'm just doing like this. So let's see how this thing's going to feather stick. There's a pretty steep angle on this grind. It makes curls, but man, it takes an effort, and the way that there's a little hump on the handle, I'm having to put so much effort into trying to make a feather stick that, I mean, if I hold it like this, I can really feel it in my forearm already, and that's just with minimal use today out here playing around with this. As a chopper, yeah, but I don't know. As a design, kind of gives you a little bit of information about it. Being a Bolo design, it's meant to be like a machete, but the way that this is, and this knife is sharp, but I have not touched it at all and put an edge on it. Let's try it with a different piece. I'm out here on my little bushcrafter display table. Yeah, this grind is just not conducive to making good curls. Let's try the 90-degree spine with a ferro rod. Now, here's a little life hack. Andy Tran taught me this. He sells these And it's just a Kydex holder for the Light My Fire fire steel. I put it on paracord, and he taught me to loop around my belt. That way I always have it on me. Let's see. So 90-degree spine works great. It's just cutting feathers is not our forte. And I handle a lot of blades, folks, so I can usually tell within the first couple minutes. Let's try it on some chopping tests next, see how it does. Let's test the SOF out chopping this pine limb. Let me put my glasses on. I can tell you one thing, I'm getting a lot of shock coming down my hand, right, and it's resonating right here at this hump. Now, this is a pretty hard piece of pine because it's been down for a while, and you can just smell the turpentine in it. But that edge it just doesn't feel conducive to being a chopper. Wow. I'm going to end it there because the hand fatigue is just killing me. All right, folks, I stopped the review early on this blade. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. I don't. I had high hopes for this when my buddy let me borrow it because I got all giddy thinking that this was going to be an outstanding chopper. And they got the right steel, 1075. I think they got the right profile. I just don't think they got the right angle of grind that makes this a good chopper. And as you can see, I mean, I'm just chopping like fat wood pine. I mean, mind blow, that's not that hard of stuff for what I believe should have been an outstanding chopper. Now, as I was saying, as I was chopping that limb, I was getting this just forearm shocking pain, and it was just resonating right here. Every time I would hit and it would hit home right in the sweet spot, it's like a tuning fork. It just came right up and just blasted my hand. I'm sorry. I want to like this blade, but on a scale of 1 to 5, and you know the deal, folks, 1 is a dumper, boneyard, 5 is a grand slam. I don't think this is a total loss. I'll give it 1.5 stars. But guys, you got to go back to the drawing board. Maybe change up the grind on this just a little bit. Now, in their defense, Sniper Works subs this out to Condor Tool Knife. And I'm not taking anything away from Condor Tool Knife. Believe me, they're only working with the specs that they were told to do, probably from the designers. So I would go back and do a version 2 on this, throw a little bit different angle of grind, and I would love to test that out. But this handle, I'm sorry, I love the handle, and you folks know I love awesome profile blades. This fits the picture, but awesome looking doesn't mean that it's going to be functional out here where it counts. This is why we come out and test, folks, so I can save you money. Hopefully, buyer beware. If you're a fanboy and you just got to have it, at least you know what you're dealing with. So, in the keeping it real column, I would pass on this, folks, until they fix this. And this blade's going for a lot of money. I mean, I'll leave a link in the description below. It's over $100. So it's a pass. Folks, this is John with the Wingman 115 channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Get out and play, folks. It's an awesome day.